guys, time for today's weigh-in. Let's see what I am this morning. Yesterday I was 5'11". Let's see. I'm still. I saw it already.
511.4 pounds.
Still 5'11". Bless me. Gesundheit. Still 5'11" for the third day, guys. Whatever. 10. Let's see, yesterday was 12, so today's 13. October 13th.
Goodbye.
Okay, guys, I'll be back. What's up, guys? I'm back. So, 5'11", stay alive. Okay, so today, on October 13th, 2019. Oh, God, thank God it wasn't Friday the 13th. That year, like last year, Friday the 13th, sucked so bad for me. Like, so much stuff kept happening. I'm sorry, someone just like passed by and slowed down. Oh, it's a woman in a red shirt walking her dog. No, man, it looked like a car light. So last year, I don't remember what happened. I think I got sick or something. But anyways, I have a story time for you guys today that I guess I've never told you guys. I want to tell you guys about this haunted house. It goes perfectly with Halloween coming up soon, or for October, Spook Fest that they call it on whatever. So there was this house. It was when I lived in Ohio, and when we lived in the country, on our farm, our mini farm. There was this house, an old man Mullins. I think his last name was. We used to call him Old Man Mullins. He was a scrawny little guy. Lived in this little shack at the end of the street, or it was kind of across from our house, not at the end of the street, but like across from our house. And it used to be a gas station, but then they tore down the gas station. It was like in the '60s. It was a gas station. Then they tore it down and they built this house there, in like the 1940s or whatever. And so it was an old, scary house, kind of like the house off of. What movie was that? The Haunted Mansion, I think it is. It was kind of like that, The Haunted Mansion. Or just like a scary movie type of house. Like, you know the house from the episode of Family Guy when they went there and they like, people kept dying and it was what's-her-face who killed everybody, the lady from the news channel. It was kind of like that house. Creepy but big manor, like an old mansion. And it was so cool. And so I remember he died. Like he was cool. He was a nice guy. Smoked a pack a day. Had this dog named Shorty. He used to say, "Shorty!" He used to scream it early in the morning because the dog would run away and stuff. And so, but the dog always came back for food. So we would hear him screaming Shorty late at night, early in the morning, whatever. It was a sweet dog. It would come over to our house all the time. It was a sweet dog. And then it was a bulldog. I think it was a bulldog, yeah. But it was a sweet dog. It wasn't mean. So I remember we didn't see him for like a good month or two, and we are like, something's up, something's wrong. But then we saw like a black car over there, and we saw people getting out, and we're like, oh, he died. Because there was like a limousine, there was like a hearse. So I guess he died in the house, and no one knew about it. But I think he had like 3 daughters. They came over, and then like we walked over there to give our condolences, and like we were invited to the funeral, but I forget why we didn't go to the funeral. But he was cremated, so there wasn't really like a body or anything. Excuse me. He wanted to be cremated. So then I remember his daughters were like, "We don't want the house," and then they were asking us, "Do we know anybody who wants the house?" And we were like, "No." So the house stayed condemned, or it stayed closed for years. So I remember on my 15th birthday, right? I turned 15. We had a big blowout party, whatever. It was fun. I remember me and my best friend William, shout out to you, William, we snuck over there. It was going to be me and my brother Micah and William, and we all were like, yo, let's go over there. So we went over there, and my brother was scared. He's like, no, I don't feel right, blah, 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 blah. He's like, no. So he's like, I'll just wait at the end of the driveway because we were riding our bikes. And so me and my friend William were like, come on, let's go in. So we went inside. It was so creepy. The door just opened on its own. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. That just right there freaked me out because it just opened, like some presence knew we were there. You could feel it when we walked on the property. I just started feeling really heavy and tired, and I kept sneezing, and I just felt dizzy. And he's like, no, come on. So behind his house was a pasture of just cornfields. So I'm like, look, I've seen the horror movies, Children of the Corn. I ain't going in there. And he was like, no, come on. So, and this was like right when I started watching horror movies because I was scared of them for years, but I just slowly started watching them because he got me into them, my best friend. So, because the night before we watched Children of the Corn, the night before my birthday, the 25th. And so we did a sleepover and we watched that movie. And I was like, look, I'm freaked out. Like, I didn't even sleep at all that night. So we went in the house and the door was open. It opened on its own. You go in and you just see piles and piles of like papers and tools and cigarette butts and all this different stuff. And then we're like, coming in and we're looking around and I'm just like, there's too many rooms to like know if anyone's in here, if anyone's hoarding, if anyone's sleeping here, you know. And I swear, guys, and I'm not lying to you guys, I heard someone say my name and I was like, that's just Micah, that's just my brother. And it's like, and we look out the window and he's gone. He went home. He wasn't even there anymore because he was freaking out. So I'm like, yo, who said my name? And so we went to his bedroom because his bedroom was way at the end of the hallway, and it was just one of these old wire beds with just like a small little mattress in the middle. And we're like, that's where he died. He must have died right there. And just I promise you, the temperature dropped so fast. I was literally freezing. I could blow air, and you would see smoke come out because it was so cold. You would see steam come out. I mean, and we heard walking upstairs because there was 2 floors. So we heard walking upstairs, but the stairs to get up there were ruined. You couldn't get upstairs. And so we heard walking and I said, look, we got to go because if something happens, and then doors started slamming. As soon as I said we have to go, doors started slamming. Something like pushed my friend. And he's like, look, did you push me? I'm like, no, I didn't push you. I'm way over here. And then I promise you not, something just went like this on the back of my neck, just touched it lightly as they could. And I was like, who? Yeah, let's go. So then we so when we were trying to go out, right, we're coming to the front door, a car drives up and it was a realtor. So we ran and hid in a room until the realtor came, showed the property to this couple or whatever. And we were like freaking out, like if we get caught in here, we're trespassing because the sign said no trespassing, you know. And the lady was like, you know, the lady looked kind of mean already. So we're like, oh my God, we'd go to jail or juvie because we were both young. So we just hid in this room, and it was like this old, creepy baby room. I guess for one of his daughters when they were little or something. Because there's like all these old pictures of them and like baby dolls, and the baby like one of those Hello Kitty dolls were in there, and like it was just really creepy. One doll had its head off, and all this. I said, look. This is like a start of a horror movie, okay? And you know the black person dies first in all the horror movies. And he starts laughing, and I'm like, shh, they can hear us. And then they finally left, and it was like 9 o'clock at night. By the time they left, we went there at like 4. We didn't get out of the house until like 9 o'clock that night, and I was freaking out even more because the house was like pitch dark, because they turned off the electricity and everything at nighttime because no one should be in the house at nighttime. And then I remember we finally got out of the house, and the door was so hard. We're like turning, we're pulling, and the door went open, and finally it just went boom, and it opened. And then we like ran out of there and went to my house. And then my brother was like, I thought you guys died. I didn't know what happened to you guys. I'm like, well, you left us, so you didn't really care. He's like, yeah, I did. I ran for help. But no one believed me. Last time I ever went in that house. And then they demolished the house, and then they built some. I think they just finished it as a cornfield because no one wanted the house because it was just too creepy. But we found pocket knives in there. We found a tool chest in there. We found stuff from like the 1930s that was worth something. Like there was like a whole china set that was his wife's. We found like just antiques. It was so cool. There were so many antiques. We found like antique fishing poles and stuff like that. And it was like really, really, really cool. And we took them because they had a yard sale like a week before, so I think that was just what was left over. So we just took it because we were like, it's not really stealing. He was getting rid of it anyways. His family was. So that was like one paranormal thing that happened in my life. Then the other one was, I'm sitting here in my house, this house, with my best friend at the time, and our fan that's in the ceiling just turned on by itself and kept going and going. And then my dad said, Matthew, very funny, or he said, turn it off or something like that. And I looked at Dee and I'm like, we looked at each other and we're like, the remote's way over there. How did and she's like, you're too big to get up that fast. So how did you turn it on? I'm just like, and then we just let it go. We're like, whatever. And then the next day, the next time, it was like a week later, her mom, me, and her were sitting on the couch. They were about to leave to go home at like 4 o'clock. And the fan turned on again. And we looked at each other and I said, look, I'm done. We started laughing. And then her mom's even like, yeah, this house is haunted. Like, there is a spirit here. There's someone here. Because before that, we kept seeing this person walking in the kitchen area with a red shirt. And we were smelling like good food. And we're like, someone's here cooking. So we're like, hey, give us a plate. We were laughing, making fun of it. And like, we would hear people scratching on the walls. We'd hear people talking. We would hear TVs coming on, lights flickering. And I said, look, she's like, listen, I don't play this voodoo stuff. I'm out. And I was like, take me with you. But then my mom was like, you all are both on medication, so you all are probably hearing stuff. I said, no, there's somebody here. I'm not kidding. I hated staying in this house by myself back in the day because it made too much noise. So I literally would like turn on the TV, have the TV loud, like, and then when it was time to go to bed, I would like go in my room, lock the door, and like put a chair under the doorknob and like basically just fall asleep being scared because I'm like, look, I don't like being in this house by myself. There's too many rooms to go through to figure out and closets to figure out if someone's in here. And then my mom would like set the alarm and I'm like, still, that doesn't make me feel safe. Someone could still already be in here when you shut the alarm. So, but it was funny. So those are my Halloween stories for today's story time. But Jama should be coming on her way. We're going to do the watermelon challenge, and I think we're going to carve a pumpkin too, or try a coconut because I don't know how long it's going to take the watermelon to explode. But you guys are doing crazy on my Instagram, on my YouTube channel. Like, it keeps growing. Subscribers. I feel like we will get to 10K, or we're gonna get to 1 million before the year is over. Even if we get to 10K, like if I can get monetized, that's all I care about. I don't care about the 1 million yet. Like if I can just get monetized, like that to me will be awesome because big people like, some of these other YouTubers who just reached 1 million subscribers, but I think it was on their Instagram. It wasn't on their YouTube. And I know Sam and Kobe just reached 3 million subscribers. So I know like people like that like are really cool. But guys, I had a dream last night. Big things are coming. I keep having the dream. Big things are coming, and it's gonna be with you guys too. Like I'm going to do a big meet and greet and like YouTube it so it's on my YouTube so I can always remember it, and you guys will be a part of it. And the first 10 people that show up, I will definitely sit there, talk to you guys, sign autographs, whatever you guys want me to do. And you guys will be in my YouTube video, on my TikTok, on my Instagram. I'll do TikToks with you guys. I should do that. Start doing like a TikTok thing. I think I'm going to start a competition, guys, with you guys make up a dance. I will try to dance to it. And I'll start doing TikToks with you guys together. Let me know if you guys would like that. Comment that below. And then that's how we'll start doing that. Like, maybe I'll do a dance and then you guys do it. And whoever has the best one will get a DM from me or a shout out on my YouTube channel, or I will talk to you for an hour on Instagram, on going live on Instagram, whatever one you guys like. But I think I might start doing that because everyone likes my dancing anyway. So I'm like, why don't we just start doing like a challenge or something? So whoever does the best, go to my TikTok channel, Max341989, and do the best, whatever video. I have hundreds of videos. Do whatever video you think you could do, the dance, and whoever has the best ones, and DM me. Send them all to my Instagram, Max341989, and let me see each person reacting to my TikToks, and I will choose a winner. I promise you guys, okay? So I will see you guys later. Have an awesome Sunday morning. Go to church if you're going to church and worship, and I will see you guys in a few minutes or a few hours, okay? Peace.